Eddie Castro is a name that resonates deeply within the speedway racing community. Known affectionately as Fast Eddie, Castro's career is a remarkable testament to passion, resilience, and longevity. As one of the most enduring figures in American speedway racing, Castro's journey spans nearly 5 decades, making him a true icon of the sport and a fitting inductee at this year's Trailblazers Hall of Fame. Castro's fascination with motorcycles began in 1969. After saving up money from his paper route, Eddie got his first mini bike, a Taco 44. He competed on it for a few years at his local track in Garden Grove until he traded it for a Honda XR75, which he raced at Saddleback, Orange County Raceway, Escape Country, and Indian Dunes. Eddie quickly found himself immersed in the world of racing. In 1979, he took a giant leap from his 75cc mini bike to a fuel-burning 500cc speedway bike. He started racing in Division III at Costa Mesa and began working his way up the ladder. Early on, the likable Fast Eddie was a contender and was able to support his racing by securing sponsorships. And by the 1980s, Eddie was competing regularly, racing across Southern California's most iconic tracks like Costa Mesa, Ventura, and San Bernardino. The 1980s were a golden era for speedway in the United States, and Eddie competed as much as 5 nights a week in a scene dominated by legends like Mike Bast and Bobby Schwartz. Despite the high levels of competition, Castro consistently ran up front, developing a reputation as a fan favorite for his fearless riding style and relentless determination. Eddie's versatility stands out as well. He has raced on various surfaces, including ice racing in arenas, short tracks like Costa Mesa, and long tracks like those in Europe. He also claimed the Arizona State Championship in 1988, a title that remains uncontested to this day due to the closure of the track, making him the longest reigning Arizona State champion in history. In the late 1990s, Eddie expanded his racing activities beyond speedway with the addition of vintage C-Class events aboard Pat Hicks' 1950s-era 500cc Ariel Red Hunter, and a hand-shift Indian for the Dodge brothers at flat track and TT events at Del Mar, Tulare, and Ventura. By 2006, Eddie was now scoring wins at both speedway and vintage flat track races, including the coveted Costa Mesa Fair Derby in 2009. For the next few years, he also became the dominant rider at a new track in Victorville. Beginning in 2009, Castro joined a team of American riders heading across to the United Kingdom, racing on historic tracks against some of the best teams in Europe. This became an annual series for a few years, and in 2011, Eddie was named team captain. That role for multiple tours showcased his leadership and deep understanding of the sport. Eddie's enthusiasm never waned, and he helped secure victories against formidable European teams, further cementing his legacy on the global stage. One of the most remarkable aspects of Eddie Castro's career is its length. Over 45 years of continuous racing is a feat rarely seen in any sport, especially one as physically demanding as speedway. Castro's commitment is even more impressive considering the injuries and setbacks he faced along the way, including a battle with stage 3 colon cancer in 2015. A sign his family made hangs in his bedroom to this day. 51 rounds of chemo later, Eddie not only survived, but he returned to racing to compete at a high level against riders less than half his age. After getting his health back under control, Eddie has been a fixture in the vibrant Southern California motorcycle culture. He's participated in both speedway and vintage races, and continues to ride in events organized by local enthusiasts, demonstrating his ongoing love for the sport. One of his favorite events is the annual A.J. Herrera Memorial Race at his home track in Ventura. He has now won the feature race there 6 times. Eddie Castro's story is one of resilience, passion, and an unwavering dedication to speedway racing. He stands as one of the few remaining active riders from the golden era of the 1980s, alongside peers like Sean Mad Dog McConnell and Bobby Schwartz. Together, they represent the last of a generation that raced 5 nights a week across California's bustling speedway tracks. His career, spanning over 4 decades, is a remarkable achievement that few can match.
Probably the fastest rider to ever win a heat race in a national championship.
Amazing racing from number 14, Fast Eddie Castro from Ojai, California. 44 years of racing. He's the oldest racer to win a heat in the United States National Championship.
Today, at 65 years old, he continues to surf, play guitar, and ride motorcycles, embodying the spirit of a true enthusiast. The Trailblazers are proud to welcome Fast Eddie Castro in to the Hall of Fame.